crafty friends, this is Jenny with CraftTestDummies.com, and today I'm in the crafty studio and I am looking at the new intricate punches from Fiskars. Why are they so big? Why are they fabulous? Will you love them? Let's find out here at CraftTestDummies. Let's take a look at the Fiskars Intricate Punch. So what you're going to find is that it's actually a pretty decent size. It measures about 2 inches deep at the highest point here and almost 6 inches long from top to bottom. Now I find it interesting that if you store them on a shelf like this, you're not going to be able to see what the image is. They do have it on the top, so if you store them up on the shelf this way, standing up, you'll be able to see it just fine. But you may want to go ahead and write the name here so that you can see if you're trying to store them in a concise way like I do. So there is a lock on the front part, and if you notice down here, I actually left this little piece of plastic in. I had a hard time opening up the first time, so look for this. This piece of plastic comes out and that sets the locking mechanism free. So now I can slide it and open it, and now you can see just how big it really is. Notice this nice big angle. This gives you lots of power when you're punching down, and you can see the action here underneath. These punches actually have 2 different punching actions that happen, one to cut the outside and one to cut the inside. So let's take a closer look at some of the different shapes. What I love about it so far is that there are lots of really gorgeous shapes to choose from, and I'm just going to kind of flip them out here on the table. There's some swirls, there's some pretty spirals, this beautiful butterfly, leaves, lots of cool swirls and kind of mandala actions. As you can see, they're all beautiful. These were all cut out with whirlwind papers and just absolutely stunning. So when you punch things out, just to let you know too, you're going to get some interesting negative shapes. Now, unfortunately, there isn't a very deep reach this way, so if you go to punch it out, it's going to end up being kind of right along the edge. But you might be able to work this into a scrapbook layout or to a card, and then cut out the window around it so you can use this cool negative space too. Let's take a look now at some of the different materials you can cut out. So here I tried some thin weight foam, and it was not completely successful. I think if I went with a slightly thinner foam, it may work. I am in love with this new cork board paper from Die Cuts with a View. Here it looks kind of torn up in the back, but actually that is just the release because this is adhesive back. So that actually does work pretty well. Gorgeous, can't wait to use some of those. I used the most delicate thing I could find, which was vellum, and it cut the vellum out beautifully. Surprisingly, it cut out this, it's hard to see it, but this is like a thin acrylic. So you might be able to actually make some stencils out of it too, which would be a really great idea. And of course, I tried, cardstock paper, and that all worked fine. It, however, will not cut thicker things like, this burlap paper. So just so you know, it will do cereal box cardboard, but that's about as thick as you're going to get, just so you know. Now, here's something interesting on these 2 punches, just to be aware of. Notice how the leaf is aligned with the stem side facing. So you would think it would punch it out the same way. But interestingly, no, it actually cuts it out in a mirror image. So just a thought. If you're trying to get this on a page and to look a certain way and use this negative space, it is going to be backwards. There's another anomaly too with the butterfly. Notice how it's oriented this way, but when you punch it out, it's actually at an angle. Just things that don't affect the use of the punch, just something you need to know about. So I like the punches. They're super sturdy. They're easy to push down. I love the big surface, and of course the shapes are pretty spectacular. So I hope you read the full review on CraftTestDummies.com, and you'll see some of the things I made with it. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Please give it a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and I would love it if you subscribe to our channel. Thanks so much, and have a crafty day.